Hi, welcome to today's episode of Canadianish Comedians. We are welcoming Angela Maiorano Thurston to the podcast. Yay, Angela! Yay! So you're the girl next door. You have appeared on TV back when commercials were enjoyed by millions. What was that like? You voiced several animated series, but your favorite was the Care Bears character, Love a Lot, which totally suits you. You're in the Netflix movie Polar, and I'm sorry I haven't seen it, but it is on my list to watch ASAP. You performed.
Not that great.
You weren't that great. Stop.
Oh my God. What a comedian.
Yeah, right.
No, the movie is really bad, but go on.
Oh, no. We'll talk about it. You performed all over North America. You just did the Edmonton Comedy Festival. Congratulations. You definitely tickle our funny bone. Tell us about your comedy album.
It's going. I mean, I'm getting, when you saw me perform, back, oh my God, what month was that? That was like just after everything started opening up.
Yeah.
We were allowed to go back to, dark rooms and sit in the dark with other people. I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I was in my, right frame, but I think it'll be better. I think I'll be a lot better, but, yeah. It's so weird to do the comedy album and then you get stuck in your head thinking, oh, am I good enough? Blah, 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 and all that stuff. Yeah, you know how women are. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? I'm doing a comedy album? Wow, you're pretty cocky.
No,
Yeah,
you're
stuff
not.
like that. A big shot. But yeah. But it's
you're recording for posterity's sake, right? And it just happens to be an album. Oh, wow. How surprising. That's great.
Yeah, but it's still in the back of your head. Like, you think you're a rock star, but you're not really a rock star. You're just trying to just get out there. But, yeah. And then I did the Winnipeg Comedy Festival, and I just remembered why I don't like going on the road.
Oh, no. What happened?
I just don't like hotels, and it's just so sad. And then you start thinking about all the people that slept in that room, and then what happened in that room, and then how did they?
And then you write about it, and then you perform it.
Well, I don't know. I hate it. Like, I'd rather just go perform and come back home than a hotel. But yeah, and I'm also a germaphobe too, so
that explains it then. Yeah.
I started thinking about the towels. Wow, who used this towel? Where was this towel used on someone stranger's body? Did they wash their ass and I'm washing my face?
Oh.
I'm like, move all ass. Anyway, yeah, it's good times. It's fine. Do I have a twitch? Yeah, I got a twitch.
No, not at all. What are you talking about? I didn't see a twitch. That, you know what? You don't think about those things. Like, you just see these comedians out on the road and you're like, oh, it must be so much fun and different place every night, different hotel. And I even know comedians that when they were really starting to get into it, were sleeping in their cars, to go and do gigs. And yeah.
There's, and then I didn't pay for the hotel, which was like huge for me. Like that alone. Awesome. Wow. Travel expenses paid for? What? And then I got mad. I'm like, what about food?
Oh, right.
And I'm like, frick, I didn't ask for a meal. Anyway, it's okay.
They didn't give you a per diem? How rude.
How dare they? I'm a comedian. How dare they? But it is what it is. I mean, I have to be grateful. And it's, yeah. And then, of course, I got in trouble. Should I talk about that? Should I talk about me getting in trouble?
Was it with the law?
No, it wasn't with the law. It was with oh man, people are texting me. Okay, how do you feel about the word? Can we swear on this?
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. How do you feel about the word cunt? All right.
I love it. One of my favorite words in the English language.
It used to offend me years and years and years and years ago, and then I turned 50, and now I'm more than 50, and I use it.
Canadians are so uptight about cunt. They absolutely are. In Britain, everybody's a cunt. You call your priest a cunt. Like,
Yeah. It's a beautiful word. I mean,
Yes.
if you have one, you should be allowed to say it however you want to say it.
absolutely.
And I got in trouble for it, like 2 hours before showtime. Do not swear and do not use the word cunt. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm so sorry. I don't mean to swear, but
It is
I was-
Winnipeg, though.
I was livid, just livid. And you know it wasn't from the audience. And apparently I'm sorry, there's a background noise of this. Isn't it?
Oh, that's cute.
That's okay. That's okay.
Is it Peter Griffith?
That's your support team.
Isn't that funny? This makes me laugh. Okay, so yeah, and then it was the stage girl that was running the show. Somehow I pissed her off, but I'm thinking like the joke is so. Anyway, so I got so mad, and then I let it go, and I didn't include it in the last show, and then I was going like super fast. Anyway, whatever. And then after she goes, "Oh, you did really well. You killed it, Angela. Thank you." Blah blah blah. I'm like, whatever, kind.
I hope you said that to her. I really do. Because
I didn't say it. I just moved along. And I kept thinking, as a woman, as what we do, where I'm thinking, wow, what happened in her life that she's so traumatized? Was it a man that called her a cunt? Which probably was. And it probably dinged her so hard. And I'm like, just give it up. It's just a stupid word. Why didn't you call him a fat cunt?
yeah.
You should have called him back a fun cunt. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Do you think that she had that same speech with the men that were performing? Don't swear, don't use.
No. And apparently, because I did, as a comic, we asked everybody else. I went, did you get a freaking, did you get asked? And you should see what the guys were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You should see what the headline was saying. Like, it could be taken like, what's that word? Derogatory?
Yeah.
Like, it could be taken that way if you let it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so mad. And then, you say one word and then they think, oh, she's dirty. I'm not dirty.
Yeah.
No, it's not a dirty word. It's just a word.
Like a dirty comic, which is like, whatever. Look at me. I'm adorable. I'm not dirty.
Yeah,
it's like sprinkling
Holy
of
crap.
well, anyway, I'm letting it go. I am. I don't mean to vent, but I'll try
Hey,
not to.
you know what? This is a safe place to vent.
Absolutely.
Hey, so Angela, you just got back from the Edmonton Comedy Festival, which you were there from September 30th, right, to October 2nd. Is that correct?
That's right.
And was that really your first paid comedy festival?
Yeah. I've been to the Burbank Comedy Festival, and I had to pay for everything. And apparently, anybody can get into that one. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
We won't tell anyone. It'll be our secret.
Okay, but if you have $250, you can be in the Burbank Comedy Festival too in California.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that costs $2,500. Yeah.
And the sun burns free.
No, there was no sunburn because I went in late August. It's quite beautiful, by the way, in Burbank, California. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. And there was no flies. You know how we have flies? They didn't have any flies.
How did they not have flies?
I don't know. Maybe it was the area where I was. I don't know where I was. I don't know. But there was always like a nice breeze.
Nice.
But it's beautiful. And you know what? And I learned a lot while I was there too. I learned that you can make it. You don't have to be in LA in order to make it. That's what I learned.
That's awesome.
That took $2,500 for me to learn that.
Yeah, I'll bet. Wow.
And I'm going like, fuck me, man. Fuck. How do I not know this? How do I not know this? And then I saw all these comics, right? And they're all like, you think, wow, you're in LA. Wow. And then I'm watching all these people and the best comics were like, they were all from Atlanta and they were all killing it.
Oh.
And they all had great stories. Okay. Yeah. And all the white people, they sucked. They sucked ass. There, I said it. Yeah. But all the white people were bad. Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because who usually moves up the ranks the fastest, right?
Yeah.
The white people.
Yeah. Well, no, white young men. Yeah. Between the ages of 25 and 30.
Yeah.
That's the demographic that usually gets seen quickly. Yeah.
Mhm. And I've
did I
seen.
I said that out loud. Oh, sorry. But I'm thinking, I need a boob job. Will that help my comedy career?
Oh, it's so sad. Why do women feel that we have to be like that?
No,
that's horrible.
Oh no. And then I got but I make fun of it right on stage, and the headliner he was talking about how women they have to be dirty on stage. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, and I'm going, why can't they be dirty on stage? Why do they have to be a certain way, or why do they have to? Yeah. So there's always that. And then you know what though? There's so many to choose from. If you don't like that person, all right, move on. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And it's funny that men are telling you that because they are the kings of like shit, dick, and tit jokes. Like, how can you say that to women that we're supposed to be clean comics and, you know, like, don't be a dirty comic, like whatever. Some of the funniest women out there can run that line very easily.
My God. Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys know Lisa Lampanelli?
Oh yeah. Love her.
The Queen of Mean.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that CBC comedy mug, by the way. I had one.
Have you seen her do this when she talks about cunts?
No.
Going back to the cunt thing, that this is sign language for cunt.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. And she used to do it all the time. And she didn't know. And then some deaf people, I guess, were in the audience one day and said to her, like, you just keep doing this and this is what it means. And she was like, oh yeah, okay. Thanks.
Oh, that's so funny. And she has a journalist background too that I didn't know about. I love it. And then she got ruined on Trump. Trump really, that horrible show that she did with oh my God, what's the name
of
the
Apprentice?
Show? Yeah, The Apprentice. Yeah. It was horrible. I didn't realize how bad it was. And then she talked about it on a podcast that it just makes you cringe. And then all of a sudden after that, she got her tummy stapled and then she lost a whole bunch of weight. And then she stopped. She retired from the Queen of Mean.
Wow.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's sad because she used to be hilarious. Like I haven't seen her in quite a while. I haven't seen her any of her comedy. So it would be interesting. Is she still performing?
She's more of a spiritualist, motivational performer.
Oh yeah.
I know. I saw that. I know. I did that too. but she did point out why. Like she did everything she wanted to do, and then she wasn't having fun anymore. And then she figured out that she needed a void to be filled in her life, and then once she filled it, she was like, "Okay, I'm done." What? And then she gave it up. She just quit. And I'm like, wow, that's ballsy. Isn't that ballsy?
Yeah.
Well, I got a question about that. Like, what were you doing before you started comedy?
What was I doing before? Like, you mean before stand-up?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let me tell you. At the age of, 24, 23. So high school stopped, and then I went to school. And then I accidentally realized I got kicked out of York University because I kept dropping classes. And you can't drop so many classes and then they kick you out.
Nice.
I was like, all right, fine. I was going to work for a year, and then I worked for a year, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I was working in a bakery, which was fine. I was a cake decorator. I was fine.
Oh, nice.
I'm thinking, ooh. And then I don't know how I found it, but I found Second City classes. So I went and took Second City classes, and I did it all at the old fire hall on McCall, the old place. And I took classes with everybody, with Alan Gutman.
Nice.
And Al. Oh, I can't remember Al's name. Anyway, but Wendy. Anyway, a whole bunch of people. And then I found out that improvisers can be really mean. Then I found out I'm in the master class, and I find that a lot of my background is a lot of anger. So I was like repressing the anger. So I found out I'm in the master class. I was the only one paying for the fucking class. Everybody else got a buy somehow and didn't pay. And then I was told I was called rich little princess at one point. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Rich little princess. And I was living at my home. I was still working at the bakery. I was paying for everything. And apparently all the girls didn't like me. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. So I stopped. And I went, fuck this shit. I'm going to do stand-up. Fuck all of you. And then that's how I do stand-up.
Nice. I like
Good
it.
for you.
What a trip.
No, and then I went back to improv with really nice people.
Yeah.
And then I loved it again. And then we got into a fight and then we broke up.
It is almost like dating, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. Like,
yeah, totally. Yeah. We had a really good troupe called Better Than Nothing. And Leanne Gregory was in it, David Boyce, and Ennio. You probably know Ennio Macharin.
No.
He used to work at Second City.
Okay.
He used to be one of the teachers. Anyway, really great bunch of guys. Oh my God, we had so much fun. And then of course, we all couldn't commit anymore. And then the place that we were doing it at like Timothy's on the Danforth.
Oh.
Yeah, it's and then we stopped because there was a lot of people that kept heckling us, and but it was really fun when it lasted.
Nice. Yeah.
No, it was good. There was a woman with Tourette syndrome. She kept saying "bitch" every time I spoke. It was kind of fun.
Did you ask your mom to leave? No.
No, but that was very good. That was very good. That was good, Julie. Yeah, but it made me laugh because every time I spoke, she kept saying, "Bitch, fuck off." Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
God. Wow. That's interesting because I know I had a question about a hecklers and sorry to jump ahead, but because my question was going to be, have you ever had to kick someone's ass because they were just being an idiotic heckler, and how did you shut that shit down? So I'm sure being on the road, you get some of that as well.
I did a show in close to Port Hope. I can't remember the exact area, but it was in Port Hope area. And this woman did not talk back to any of the comics except for me. And then she started mimicking my voice in the heckle.
Nice.
And I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. And then I heard Maria Bamford. She explained it really nice. You guys know who Maria Bamford is, right?
I've heard that name, but I can't remember.
She's a very funny comedian. She does a lot of voice animation stuff. You know her if you see her.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, a lot of hecklers are really, they don't realize what stand-up is. They don't realize if you talk back, you mess up the performance.
The timing, yeah.
And then a lot of them get so excited that they want to be part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You think of it that way, it's like, oh man, okay. So if they're not like throwing anything at you or yelling horrible things, they're just lonely people that just want to be part. So I try to go in with that. But this lady, I don't know what her problem is. She was drinking too much, but she kept repeating what I said at a higher register. And then then finally I shut her down. And I think I said, oh, I had no idea Port Hope was kind of like, Oshawa. I didn't know I might get stabbed in the parking lot. And then somehow, I turned it around and then I just ignored her and then I moved on. But it was weird though. Oh, well, what do you do? As long as they don't come up and hit you or throw a bottle at you.
Yeah.
Right.
You can get over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen that happen?
I've seen it with Darren Frost. It's all over on YouTube. You know who Darren Frost is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you Google Darren Frost, you can actually see it.
Yeah. Someone threw a bottle at him, right? From the audience?
Many times.
It? Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, if you talk about the story, it's kind of funny, but it's not funny in the moment.
No.
After that, I think he said, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong?" I think I banged your mom. And then the guy's mom literally died a couple days ago and he just went to the funeral that day or something like that.
Oh my God.
And then he threw the bottle. And then, then you're thinking, okay, if you just went to your funeral, why are you at a club?
Yeah, exactly. Did anybody fact check that?
Oh, whatever. The poor guy, he's in grief. And yeah, he's going to throw that bottle anyway.
No, but there's other Will Smith ways to handle that, I would think. It's harder to get on stage, but
yeah. But everybody's saying that Chris Rock handled it so well. Can you imagine? But he was in shock.
Oh, absolutely. I was in shock watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the heck is this pre set up? Like, was this supposed to happen? And then I'm like, no, that wasn't. And honestly, my respect for Will Smith and his wife and family just plummeted. And I was like Chris Rock, congratulations. He handled it so well. So well. Like, I probably would have bawled and run off the stage. So
yeah. But he's
really,
yeah,
I would have retaliated right then and there.
That's the Italian in you. I know. I know. But think of it, Chris Rock though, he's getting it back by everybody's coming to see him. Like his whole career, just took off even more.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he goes, and he hasn't brought it up. That's the cool thing. He won't talk about it, or he won't badmouth, or other comics will.
Yeah. Right. It's an easy laugh, man. It's an easy laugh.
But again, but Will Smith, he's all his movies, they're incredible. They're but what is going on in his private life that he did that?
Well, there is lots of speculation that his lovely wife is a monster in real life. So
the puppet master.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm cool with people having open relationships and all of those kinds of things, but like parading your 27-year-old boyfriend on your talk show with, your husband sitting there, I would not feel comfortable with that.
Oh, is that what she did?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. She on their red table talk or whatever.
Allegedly.
No, but she did bring up that she was having an affair with this 27-year-old, and he just sat there kind of like, okay. And they're still together. So.
Oh, wow.
It's very interesting. But you know what? Hollywood is very interesting anyway. So become famous, but stay in Canada. Not that we don't have our share of crazies too, but I feel like it's not as bad as over there. Yeah.
So we won't ask you. We won't ask you how old you are, Angela. But growing up, I'm sure you had a lot of comedic influences.
Oh yeah, I turned the age of 50.
Woo! You look fabulous.
Oh my gosh!
Please, my son, 10 years ago, he's 4 years old. So I'm so younger, and he grabs my face at 4. He goes like this, "Mommy, you look better like this."
So was he put in the orphanage right away, or did you keep him for a little bit longer?
Oh, I kept him. It's pretty funny. At 4, he's in his head. He knows the difference between, good looking and then as a baby, he would be drawn to women with black hair.
Oh.
And usually he's got, it's the funniest thing. And then he turned, he's at graduation, he just graduated from grade 8. And he asked this girl to dance with beautiful long black hair. And I'm laughing. I'm going, okay, well, at least I know that's your type.
Yep.
But anyway, who cares? It's just a number. It's just a number. Isn't it silly how we keep thinking? In my head, I still think I'm 11.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yep. I say to everyone, I'm a 12-year-old stuck in a 55-year-old body. I like all the 12-year-old stuff, certain movies, Avengers. I'm the hugest Avenger fan. What 55-year-old woman in her right mind is a huge Avengers fan? All the stupid kids comedy stuff, teen romance movies. I'm this is so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it blows me away. And then Yeah. So I've been, yeah. It is what it is. It just women always have this thing in their head. They have to be a certain way, or they have to look a certain way. And I'm like, whatever. Hey, man, we went tobogganing, and well, because it was still COVID, and we needed something to do, and my son regretted it after. But then it's okay. We had fun. We made the best of it. But so we're all like zipped up, and I had like a black lapel jacket, and apparently my husband said, "What's that on your chin?" I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? What? And apparently there was this long chin hair that was blowing on my lapel. And it was so long that he was like, what the fuck is that? That at the bottom of the hill, he grabs my face and like pulls it up.
You know what? I swear to God, those grow overnight. Like overnight. They grow this long overnight.
Like a billy goat. He wouldn't say billy goat. He just kept looking at me and going, bah, bah.
Did you save it?
No, but I have a beautiful family photo that I have on my phone. If you zoom up, you can see it.
Stop.
I put it on Instagram. I'll send it to you. I'll repost it on Facebook.
Tag us.
Yeah. I got a commercial that went nowhere a couple months ago, and I had to ask my hairy friend, because she's been waxing her mustache forever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how the hell, what do you do? How do you do this whole mustache thing? Who cares?
It's so funny. You know what? I don't know. Like, how did when I think about it, I don't think my grandmother ever did anything with her mustache. Like, or any of the, mind you.
My grandmother's kisses were pretty prickly. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. My grandmother scared the shit out of me, man. Yeah. I used to have a joke about my grandmother, close your legs. Yeah. Something about her pussy smelling. Isn't that awful?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then,
my gosh.
And then the comedy, it was at Yuck Yucks, and the manager, he was taking comics aside. He's like, Angela, no one wants to know about your stinky grandmother's pussy. Is that from your act?
Oh, well, then Joe Coy stole it from you.
Oh, yeah, because he does a whole routine about his mom with hers.
Yeah.
With your snatch smelling?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like the toilet paper remnants and everything.
And she keeps the little cup beside to like do like a little bidet thing. And his new Netflix special.
Is this the new one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I will get on top of that one. Oh, is that ever?
It is funny, actually. So I don't see why you shouldn't talk about your grandmother.
That's what I was just going to say. You could bring your grandma's smelly snatch back into your routine.
I'll bring it back. I'll never forget. I'm at Fairview Mall. This huge black guy, I was getting my flip phone fixed. This big black guy comes up and says, "Hey, you're the voice of my penis." Excuse me? How am I the voice of your penis? What? And then he goes, "You made fun of me 3 years ago at Yuck Yucks." And apparently I completely forgot that bit, that I nailed him in the audience and said, "Hey, I'm the voice of your penis." And
oh my God, how hilarious.
And then I come back and I'm asking him for help to fix my phone. That was yeah, sorry. I went off on a tangent.
That's okay.
No, that's awesome. That's perfect. Very funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I did an open mic and I made this puppet. It was a penis. And I was like, I was pretending to be the voice of the penis, and it went nowhere. But apparently I'm thinking, should I bring that puppet back?
Yeah. Who doesn't need a good penis puppet nowadays? Just don't bring it to Edmonton or Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's where the cunts are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah, bring the cunt puppet instead.
Yeah. Oh my God. Could you imagine?
That'd be better, a cunt puppet.
Yeah.
And call it cunty. Anti-cunt. Anti-cunty. Yeah, I'll work on it.
There is a thing about that in some some birthday card about auntie, and it looks like it says cunty.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, with the scrolly. Yeah.
Love you. Yes.
So
Yes.
what does your family think about your comedy career?
Oh, yeah, you can't tell your Italian mother, who I was just talking to on the phone, that I'm going out at nighttime, because only whores go out at nighttime. Because you are a married woman and a mother. You're not supposed to leave your family and go to a club where they drink. And what are they going to do? Laughing? Oh, you wouldn't believe this shit. So now, as a 50-year-old woman, I'm still afraid of my 83-year-old mother. Stop telling her. And then at Edmonton, do you think I could tell her that I went to Edmonton for stand-up? No, I had to lie. And then I'm apologizing to my son. I'm going, listen, I'm lying to my mother, but you don't lie to me.
So true, right?
I can handle anything you're going through. You want to do marijuana? You tell me.
Do it at home. Yeah. We used to get that. If you want to drink at home.
Oh, fuck. And then my mother, when I was like 6 years old, it's just awful stuff. If you go into a bar, they could put drugs in your drink. Remember that?
Yeah.
You guys have gotten that? You can get roofied. And I'm going, Mom, no one's going to roofie me. And then, of course, Frank Spadone does a huge joke about that because his parents are Italian. He goes, I'd kill to get roofied. What? How come women aren't doing it to me? Yeah. Women take advantage of me, pay for my drink.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah. It's a what's it called again? A
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, double-edged sword. Yeah. And then my sister too. It's like she was born in so she's 8 years older than I am. I can't tell her either. I told her about the festival only because it was all paid for and I was getting money. Then she said, okay, that's fine.
That's awesome.
That's acceptable. But every now and then I'll get, why are you doing that? Yeah. And then I had.
But you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Yeah, you are. You are. You're just because you can talk to strangers like us and feel comfortable doing it, right? That's half the battle.
Yeah. I guess, or it's a mental problem that I'll.
Well, okay.
Why would it be a mental problem?
Well, normal people wouldn't be so open, would they?
True.
Yeah.
But see, within the community, we're all like that. So to me, it doesn't seem unusual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you guys said you're in improv and you do stand up. I feel it's almost we're family.
Yeah, exactly. We all have the same trauma that we've borne and the funnies that we've done. So it's good.
Do you guys remember your parents telling you beautiful motivational moments? My personal favorite was "Uccivi de la formica," which means the brain of an ant. Have you gotten that?
Oh. No, my father constantly said, "You're getting a low slung chassis." What is that? A low slung chassis? Like that means my ass was getting big.
Oh.
In Italian, he would say that in Italian.
No.
Okay.
No, he's from Belleville.
That's funny. No, my mom didn't speak a lot of Italian when we were growing up, like because her parents were both born here, and me being a Gen Xer as well. I hate to say it, and I've said it before, but it was like you were raised by wolves. Like my mom worked, my dad worked. We came home after school, nobody was there. We'd help prep dinner. And then my mother, who would work all day, would come home and make like a 4-course meal for everybody. And then, throw some banana bread in the oven and, just clean up everything and go to bed. And we're like, okay, my poor kids get none of that. None of it. Nothing. Like, what do you want for dinner? I'll order takeout.
That's okay. Oh man! So what did your mom do? What was she doing that she was working that much?
Oh, she worked in a bank, so she was a banker.
Oh, wow!
And then my dad owned his own business, so they both worked like ridiculous hours.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow, that's holy cow, man!
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom stayed at home, and she
tortured you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny. Yeah, I feel like my parents had no idea what we did, and I'm not going to go into it because one day my mom might watch this. So, and we'll make sure that we don't send the link to any of this to your mom, Angela, because we would hate for you to get in trouble for lying to her. Could you
Okay.
imagine?
She won't watch this. She only watches Italian telenovas and Italian Jerry, the Jerry
Jerry Lewis.
Povich version.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. She refuses to watch anything English. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry about it. And my sister, she won't watch this either. Yeah. Yeah.
So there goes.
Well, fuck her.
No, comedians will watch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them. Yeah, I can't get over how many people are doing stand-up now, especially with COVID. Do you find that?
Yeah.
Or
I think there's been a bit of an explosion.
yeah, especially since COVID. Like I can't get over how many like Jokers. Have you guys heard about Jokers?
Yeah.
The new club
It's in our backyard.
Markham. Yeah, have you gone there?
I haven't yet. I just found out about it a couple of weeks ago and definitely doing a field trip soon.
Yeah, and I think they're still doing some promos for like free tickets too. If you go on their website
Cool.
and you punch in Markham or something,
Yeah.
you can probably get in for free because they're still their kitchen staff is still learning.
Okay.
But they're doing it.
Yeah.
And and it's a beautiful club. It doesn't smell like urine.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
not bad, and the bathrooms are beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of clubs are scary. They're so bad. A lot of clubs.
Toronto is just exploding with these clubs and it's almost like weed shops. Like you can walk 10 feet and almost walk into a comedy club in the city now. Whereas before it wasn't that saturated. Like we just went to a show on Saturday night, Laura and I, and it was in the basement of a brewery that holds maybe like 25 people. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you know that if there's a fire, we're dead. Or if there's anything that happens, we're dead. Like there is one exit up these creaky stairs and there's probably 25 of us down here and we're dead. And in my head, I'm like, okay, this is a really funny show. This is great. I'm really enjoying it. And the whole time I'm like, there's no other exit. Like, how would we get out of here? Like there's no other exit. So it's scary. So it's nice to it's nice to see. I hope that Jokers really does well.
Yeah. Where was the club? What club did you go to? What was the name of it? Was it Nothing Fancy?
No. It was definitely Nothing Fancy, but not the club Nothing Fancy.
No, it was Tall Boys.
Tall Boys.
Oh my God, I'm going there tomorrow night. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, good to know. I'll know. Okay, I'll be the first one if there is a fire.
Yeah. Run fastest.
Just stay at the back of the room.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to do your act from the back of the room though.
You could insist.
Right? No, it was nice. The food was okay. The food was good.
Oh yeah.
So if you need to eat.
No, I don't eat at comedy clubs. Okay, I always go to the bathroom and I always like stick my head in the kitchen. I went, no.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. And there's always this sad Indian guy, just like,
Aw.
Yeah.
and if you talk to him, I used to be a doctor. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a bad joke.
It's sad because it's true.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But do you guys have other jobs? Like, do you have, or are you doing stand-up and comedy? Yeah,
No.
you guys, no? You don't
Well, we're not doing stand-up and comedy right now. We're just doing podcasting.
Oh, yeah, but you're not, what about your day job? Do you have a day job or no?
Yes.
What do you do, Julie? Well, no.
I'm a makeup artist and I work in retail. Yeah. So I've been with the same company for 20 years. So
great. You can help me with eyelashes.
anytime.
Great. I'm
it's good.
to get a permanent curl, or I'm supposed to curl.
Oh yeah.
From a girl at work, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
So you're going to get your lashes permed? It's good.
I'm thinking, but I'm not too sure. Or why don't I just go get a simpler and do that?
Yeah, those work too, but you got to get a good one. Not that that's anything to do with comedy and we can talk about it, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And Laura works 2 full time. So
yeah, I do content marketing.
Oh, nice. Wow. Content marketing. Awesome.
So she can help you too.
Keeps me busy. Keeps me busy. Yeah. No, you're kicking ass on Instagram. I love your reels. Oh my God, your reels. They make me laugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that one where that doctor is talking about, or some, I don't know, healer, about 4 fingers below the knee and you push in a pressure point to stop constipation. I don't know. That was hilarious. And you're sitting there going, I don't know. Your face was fantastic.
Did you see my puppet?
I think I did.
Yes.
I think I did. I have to go back and look again, but I know I think I did. Yeah.
How long have you been doing puppeteering?
Oh, it's not. I haven't. I was with COVID. I'm like, okay, I got to do something.
Yeah.
So I did a puppet, but I didn't realize you can't buy a puppet. All puppeteers, they end up making their own. Yeah, and so I have to go back and rebuild another one because it can't be too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to do it and my whole hand went numb.
Yep.
Oh.
And as a premenopausal woman, it was extremely heavy, and I started to sweat in the middle of.
Oh no!
Like not sweat a little bit, like I'm talking like severe sweating. Yeah, so I have to go back and make it lighter.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video to see that. First of all,
what if you took a stuffed toy and just took the stuffing out of it?
You still need the form. I did puppet shows when I was 18 for the Ontario Library Services, and they paid me and 2 other girls. They gave us a car for the summer, and we went around to all these different libraries all over Southern Ontario, even up into like Algonquin. And we did puppet shows, and we had to build our own little puppets, and we had a stage, and we just went around. It's so much fun. Yeah. But yeah, you can't find a good puppet on your own.
Nope. You have to make it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Oh my God, what a great I'd love to do that. And then I always wanted to be
mascot.
Yes, a mascot. Oh my God. Can you imagine how much fun that would be?
Yeah.
It is fun. I did it once. Well, actually I did it quite a while for the United Way up in York Region. And I even had to, like, I ran the whole Santa Claus parade, and I'd go to events and kids would like shadow box me, and it's like I just wanted to kick their asses. I really that's the only part I hated is kids would kick me. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Like I couldn't talk. I wasn't allowed to. Well, I wasn't no one ever said don't talk, but I decided not to talk. And I would dance and all that stuff. It was a blast. But the kids, I could strangle them.
We should have just sat on them or something.
Their parents were like just over there having a hot dog and laughing at me. It's like, I just didn't get it, but I loved it.
Parents are fun.
Yeah. But, and then you've seen that movie, Puppets That Kill. What was that movie called? With Melissa McCarthy. Oh my God. That whole sex scene with the puppets. So funny. And then I read about it, and Elmo, the creator of Elmo, he helped. He was in that movie as a puppeteer, not as Elmo. And then I found out that he got into some sort of trouble too.
Oh,
some sort of allegations or something like that.
Yeah, the Elmo guy for sure. I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, and it's so sad because he's Elmo.
Elmo, right?
Yeah,
tickle me this.
Exactly. And then here's this. He's a horrible father. Elmo is a horrible father to his biological daughter, and she was dying for his attention because he had to go to work and be Elmo. What a horrible story. Fuck,
that's awful.
That's like a brain. Fuck, that's awful. Yeah, we went off on a tangent there.
We did, but that's okay. That's what this is about. It's like, whatever you want.
We just let it go.
Oh, damn it. I did it again. Come back. There we go. How about, how are you guys with men? And I was told once by Rodney Pentland that he never thought of me as a sexual being. Isn't that funny?
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't threatened by me at all, or thought of me in that way.
So
I don't know who Rodney is. Do you guys know Rodney?
What's his last name again?
Rodney Pentland.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, he died of a brain tumor.
Oh.
Yeah, really funny guy. Used to do Bill Cosby impersonations when before Bill Cosby was before.
Yeah.
And Rodney went on stage and said, "Wow, does my head ever hurt? I feel like I have like a brain aneurysm."
That's what he died from?
That's what he died from. But he recovered. He had to be rushed to the hospital after the show because his head was hurting so bad. Anyway, he goes through it and he has the operation. He survives, and then later on he passed away. But he was such a. But I always remember him telling me. And then whenever I do get like somebody saying something sexual, I'm like, no, there shouldn't be anything sexual. I don't give that aura to anybody. Anyway, but
what was your response to him when he said that to you? Because I'd be like, oh, well, that's a relief because I didn't feel that anything sexual about you either. Like, what do you say to somebody that says that to you?
I didn't mind at all. I felt at ease.
Oh,
I thought, whoa, what a relief.
Phew.
It's funny though. Like sometimes you'll get like something where a comic will say something and it's like, oh, that's not appropriate, and then you just sort of like leave it alone. But did you guys ever feel that? Did you guys ever like get like a comment that shouldn't have been?
Yeah, said? I think that happens a lot, and we've heard it from some of the other comedians that we've interviewed too. That the green room sometimes can be a little bit misogynistic, and some of the comments aren't the best. Go ahead, Laura.
No, I was just thinking in terms of when we did stand up or improv, it was never like that. But there were superiority complexes. I think that maybe the guys had, like, I'm a better improver than you. It's like, well, prove it.
Yeah. No, hopefully things are evolving. There are a lot of very strong, very talented, so funny, smart women getting into comedy now that hopefully we'll see a bit of a turn in the old boys club, because it's sad, people being booked just because they're men. And there's some comics that I've seen recently that I'm like, really, like your shtick is so old. Like we're so over all of that. It's just not even funny anymore. Not that I'm to the extreme, because there's the other extreme too, where these, what are they like I don't want to say millennials, but a lot of them are millennials and Gen Zs where nothing is funny. They're offended by everything that comes out of your mouth. And it's like, okay, why are you at a comedy show if you're just going to sit there and scowl through the whole thing? Like, there's got to be something that's funny, Yeah.
Julie Kilmartin. Do you guys know about Julie?
No.
I think that's her name. Anyway, Kilmartin, that's her last name. She's going on stage. Both her parents passed away, and she went on stage and she said, "Why couldn't my mother go first?"
Oh.
And then she does this whole thing about how she wasn't expecting her father to die, and then she gets into her mother and her relationship with her mother. I mean, really funny stuff. And then, of course, her other stuff isn't as strong, but I just can't stop laughing. And then Maria Bamford does a whole thing on her mother's passing, and it's just hysterical. But it's so funny to see like older comics, what they're talking about, younger comics, what they're talking about, and then for some reason, all these younger comics, they always have a finger up the bum joke.
Oh yeah, like okay, I grew up in the say mid to late 80s into the early 90s. I don't remember there ever being as much butt talk as there is with the younger generation now. Like, I don't think ever dating someone that they were like, can I lick your anus, or can you lick mine, or can I stick
yeah. But I guess, I don't know, maybe because we're evolving and we're figuring out, is that what homosexuals do?
Maybe. There's got to
makes me laugh. And then the bum bleaching. I've learned so much. And then the bleaching. What bleaching?
Oh, your anus bleaching. Anus bleaching is
Yeah, and then piercing the labia. The labia?
Mhm. Labia.
Labia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Labia. Yeah, I have to figure out where that is. But
The labia.
Libia's in the Middle East. Your labia is in your.
That's right. Back to that. See, who says stand-up isn't informative? That's right.
Yeah.
See, this is an educational podcast.
Yeah.
Right. Public
I'm going to make sure I tick that box on YouTube.
But yeah, see, but it's just so funny what comics talk about, and then what the older people are talking about.
Yeah. It's awesome.
So tell me one other thing here before we wrap up. What's your trajectory going to be now moving forward?
My own TV show.
Awesome.
I want my own series. I'm working on it. It's just taking forever.
And Julie will do the
Good for
makeup.
you. Yeah. Or I'll come help you write. If you ever need a writer, I love to like help comics with their routines and funny stuff. So
Sure,
and
that'd be.
I was going to say, you can tell I'm very eloquent.
No, man. The stuff that's on TV right now, just like it's getting better, but it can be better. But if you have $250,000 lying around and you want to invest it in somewhere,
Burbank.
Are you going to give us your Venmo? Oh no, sorry, that's in the States. Do you have a Patreon account? GoFundMe?
no. Apparently, GoFundMe, you need like a whole corporation to do that. You can't just Apparently, you have to sell something. People just don't give you money.
Your
GoFundMe, they do. GoFundMe, they do. I have a friend that had car issues and is a single mom, and she started a GoFundMe, and she hasn't raised a ton, but like $850 in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Just from people going, here's some money for you.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh man.
No.
That's awesome. Poor thing.
I know.
Mhm.
I think she'll be fine. She'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So if someone wants to book you, how would they reach you, my friend?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? I don't want to give out my number. I don't have to give out my number.
No.
Okay.
And you have a website too, or your social media links. What are your handles on your social media?
Yes. Deep Voice Mama.
Nice.
I'm on Instagram. You know what? Instagram's probably better. Is Facebook dated?
No.
But,
Not really. People use it a lot. It's another way to get followers to your Instagram account.
yeah, this weekend with those silly photos I've been posting, I got a couple people from Russia. Yeah, and then there was one guy I had to block 3 people.
You're so beautiful, and I really want to be friends with you.
Yes.
And would you please Facebook friend me? Yeah, I've seen those. I've heard those. I'm like block.
They're
They're
the best.
So, do you have a YouTube channel as well, Angela?
I do,
But you're not.
I really don't know how to go about it. Yeah. I don't know how to get followers on there. Maybe you can help me out with that.
Yeah, maybe. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll talk.
We'll talk. I'm trying to do the TikTok thing. Oh man,
TikTok is huge.
Yeah, I talked to this one woman from LA, and she's got over 18,000 followers on Instagram. And she goes, yeah, you should go outside after your show and go take a photograph with the fans and tell them you'll post it, and that's how you get followers. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's what you do? Yeah. So she's outside and she's pretending to have a conversation. Meanwhile, she's like trying to get followers. And I'm like, oh, this is sad. I don't like this. This is so sad. Anyway.
Get that cunt from Winnipeg.
Right.
I had to hug the cunt too afterwards. Pretend that I wasn't offended at all.
What do they call that, Julie? That kind of a hug. What do you call it?
A cock block hug?
I don't know.
A cunt hug? I don't know. Listen.
A warm and
I work in the
fuzzy
beauty industry. Hug. You hug a lot of cunts. It's sad to say.
Yeah.
Our breast touch too.
Oh.
Fuck me, man. Really? You have to do it. You have to go in that tight. But whatever. But you know.
I don't get it.
You don't get it. I don't get it either. And then, oh, here's one for the kids. Don't meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Comedy heroes. They are such a letdown. Fuck me.
Yeah, they fall.
That's sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
beyond sad. But then you think, okay, you know what? You're putting them up on a pedestal, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. They're human.
Mm-hmm. No,
They
it's
all-
true.
Yeah, they're just they go diarrhea. They do everything we do.
They beat their wives. They abuse their children. They
That's
get
right.
arrested. They're humans.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah, that's not fair.
No.
No.
But hey, you know what? You got to be your own fan, your own
That's
idol.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And yeah. So I went out for breakfast with someone, and oh my god, he was so fucking. It took him so fucking long to open up his fucking wallet, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I paid for the coffee. Okay, it was only $22
But still.
and 73 cents, but still. But I'm like, okay, just let it go, Angela, let it go. And I texted my other buddy who's a comic. He Googled him to see how much money he's worth. He's worth $2 million. And I'm like, fuck. It's always the ones that have money that don't share it or whatever.
Yeah, that are less generous with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm letting it go. Okay, there I go. Okay, babe. I'm not going to say any names, but I could let it in a chat. Yeah.
Got it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Oh, so fun. Okay, we're going to wrap it up, but you have been so much fun. Thank you so much.
And so generous with your stories. I love them all.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fantastic.
We'll become friends on Facebook, Laura. I'll tell you more.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
That's great.
We'll get you followers on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's definitely what you need to do. Yeah.
And I'll make a penis puppet.
Yes.
Do it. Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing
I'll
that.
think about how to do it for you too. And if I can come up with I have a friend that makes puppets, so I may reach out to him for you.
I don't know. Get a pair of pantyhose and just put stuffing in it.
Well, yeah, there's a blue man. He's huge. He's from England. He's literally a sock with two eyes.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing. I'll send him the link to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but he's so funny. But it's really simple.
Yeah.
And he looks really light too. But I love this. I just love it. Well, we grew up on Sesame Street, right? And all those guys are so funny.
Mm-hmm.
The Cookie Monster. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm talking too much. You guys want to wrap it up? Mm-hmm.
You're so cute.
It's okay. We can talk some more about how we're going to make this puppet, or how you're going to make this puppet.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again. We wish you all the best success, and can't wait for this to be up on YouTube and on our podcast channel when it's up and running. And we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you guys. All the best.
Thank you.
Bye.